We are still significantly down in the public markets in the fintech space. The fintech index of the top 55 publicly held fintech companies, down 60%.
What about the crypto space and digital assets more broadly?
Yeah, absolutely, Jill. In fact, you can walk the hallways here, you've got Circle and Ripple and big boots by big companies. So the fact that the best known fintech name in the public market is still down significantly, and it's an all-time low from the last 3 years, is not a good sign for the market, right? All the private fintech companies, the unicorns that were waiting in the wings to go public, that time frame tends to be pushed back a little bit, quite a bit.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Dishant Shabarwat. He is a big Wall Street veteran who doesn't just dabble in this space. He worked for Fidelity Tower Group of Boston, Gartner. He is now with Rosenblatt Securities in New York. He also was an advisor for MIT Media Labs. So this is a voice that I really think has a handle on the space, if you will. And his sweet spot is wealth management, digital assets, crypto, and DeFi. So this market currently is just not ripe for anyone in the fintech space to go public. Let's hear another 30 seconds from that same interview.
Stripe in the private market, right? Bellwether name in the private market. We saw some private shares being traded in the secondary market for Stripe at $24 a share. They were trading at $70 a share literally a year and a half ago. That means the value of Stripe is down from $155 billion to about $45 billion in a period of 2-3 years. Block is down like 32% year to date, 55% down from its highs in the summer. It's the lowest point the stock has been in the last 4 years. So we need some meaningful names that are late stage unicorns in the private market filing for an IPO. That'll catapult everything else in the private market to actually get back on stream. So I'm hoping for a better environment, but I don't think it's going to come as fast and easy as we were hoping that it would be this summer.
Moving right along, here's something that caught my attention. This is the Wall Street Bull. I like his content a lot. I like his energy. And he just went through a big situation where his account was locked. He couldn't get his account open until he went in person to be KYC'd further because he was dealing with crypto. So that was Westpac in Australia. And I'm not too familiar with Barney the Boy, but this was also floating around that his bank, which appears to be Lloyd's of London, it was making him watch 20 minutes of why crypto is a scam content before letting him move any of his money. Yeah, he said, no way, this is real life. Here's the fact, the total crypto market is up 44,000% since 2015. So what is going on with these banks? If you're new to this space, please be aware that booms are not necessarily booms. This particular news about Ripple communicating with the UK government is something that was published last year, summer of last year, September 2022. So please don't just take any boom as a boom. If you want a boom, I'll give you a November 23rd boom. These are the respondents that submitted their comments to the regulatory measures for the digital payment token services of Singapore. And Ripple is among them, along with SBI, Binance, Fireblocks, which of course is where Clayton went to. There's Hashkey, PayPal, and Meta responded, but they left their answers confidential. And Sygnum Bank is among these also. I just love that crypto bank. There were 75 entities total, but yes, they're all communicating with MAS. That is the Monetary Authority of Singapore, similar to the United States SEC. There were comments that Ripple just had no comments to, but for the most part, the two that were important were they support training to obtain sufficient knowledge of the risk of digital payment tokens, along with the support customers can bring with their disputes to the Singaporean court. And they also feel that 1 hour reporting requirements in a security incident is quite extreme. Ripple requested more explicit language in this requirement to what is considered severe and widespread. Here we have a look at the market of the top 100. It's really swinging into the green, and there are a couple of interesting gains. There's one in particular, Blur, B-L-U-R. We're going to look at that because they're up 36% on the 24-hour. Blur is a token that is all built for the NFT pro power traders. Not so much the collectors, but the traders, the serious power traders of NFTs. The Blur founder showed up in the form of an avatar in a bankless interview. Now, that always, well, when you first see that, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? But I was very impressed with his deep knowledge of the different participants in this space. This has had 1 billion transactions, or 1.2 billion to be exact, and 100,000 active users. And they've raised 20 million from Paradigm. And there's the ability to provide liquidity by depositing your Blur token into the platform to receive rewards. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm telling you, I love to study all these use cases. And another ecosystem that I'm paying attention to is Futureverse. Ripple invested in this. It's built on a Root Network, which is quite interesting. I'm staking the native token, which is Root, and XRP is part of the rewards cycle. And just in the last 24 hours, just a little bit over the last 24 hours, there is 30,000 more XRP that have accumulated. And as Aaron McDonald explains, XRP is bridged from XRP Ledger. Via the bridge, it's then locked on the XRP side, and the R XRP token is minted on the Root network. So there is a 1-to-1 for each token. I've seen a lot of sales pitches on paper about tokenizing different real-world assets, but here it's really happening. The Japan SBI Group issued the security token and announced to use this token to be traded on the Osaka exchange. It's called the Ichigo Residence Token, and it's backed by these 6 condominiums located here in Tokyo. So it's happening. And the first 2 tokens, by the way, sold out immediately. This is the 3rd security token for real estate. Pretty exciting stuff.
I'm deeply skeptical of crypto, in part because it doesn't seem to be backed by anything. In this case, this is backed by actual assets. And so really what it is an opportunity to buy real estate in a different form. And you can also now buy Ichigo residence tokens, which are digital assets, and the secure and the real, and they're backed by these physical real estate. You get your return on it. So this is another way to own real estate.
Okay, and a little bit of Japanese fluff before we finish this video. There's a new film out. It debuted in Cannes this last summer, and it is by Takeshi Kitano. He's a longtime favorite actor here in Japan, and it is about the warring time in the late 1500s. I am reading all the reviews because it's now just coming available in the theaters here in Tokyo. I really want to see it. It's called Kuby, which means neck. And I think it's going to be a winner. I really want to see Ken Watanabe. He's acting in this. So yeah, if this kind of genre is interesting to you, just because of who is behind this film, and also based on the reviews I've read so far, it looks like it's worth a watch. So I'll end this video with a picture from today of Inokashira Park here in Tokyo. And it's quite beautiful, isn't it? All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.